Hello guys, welcome to today's video. And in this video, you guys have always been waiting on this. Today we are learning about the Second Imperial War and what was the Second Imperial War about, how it leads to the future, and what caused it. And of course, this is probably going to be either in one whole video or going to be in three parts. So we're going to get started with the first part today, which is the cause. Also, just want to let you guys know this presentation is not based on true or real events, mostly fictional. But however, these nations are based on real countries, but just taken into a fan fiction way, a fictional way of economical, world, and geographical change, which you guys should understand because you have listened to my other videos. But that's just a warning in advance to those who are new to my channel. So we're going to get started with the cause and the origin of this war. The cause of the war started in the resolution and aftermath of the First Imperial War. The nation of Tyrannia and the allies of Tyrannia had surrendered to the other allies, or basically the good guys. And Tsar Kiev was the leader of Tyrannia. And after he surrendered, he was placed under arrest, sentenced to prison, along with losing their occupation in Marlant, Goland, and Ukraine, and having to pay war damages caused by his forces attacking different nations. While he was imprisoned, he was thinking of rebuilding his empire by making alliances or deals instead of invasion. He had a plan on regaining Goland and Ukraine by having his brother-in-law Alexei Magarich make a deal with Great Britain into buying Goland and Ukraine back into their occupation, which, before we continue, I'm going to give you a brief history of Alexei Magarich and Tsar Kiev. How these two are related is Tsar Kiev has married Alexei's sister, Anna Romanov Magarich, and Alexei is her biological brother. So these two are related because, family-wise, he's the main. Tsar Kiev is the leader. Alexei is his second in command and is brother to his wife, and he is his brother-in-law. So, just to make that clear. Anyway, Alexei Magarich make a deal with Great Britain to bind Golan Ukraine back into their occupation, which to Kiev was a risky move to avoid war with the Allies, and with a chance of luck, the deal was successful, and they had managed to buy Golan and Ukraine. But the problem is, since they have bought Golan and Ukraine, their economy was down in the dumps. Since they had to buy, it was like worth a lot of money to gain those territories back, and they had to pay war damages. So Kiev thought of a way to rebuild his empire and then continue paying war damages and avoid war with the Allies. So a few weeks later, he was released from prison and was back into recreating his empire to strengthen and build. The cause of this war began between a deal with the leader of Great Britain, Franz Steinheimer, and the leader of Madras, Alejandro Venezuela. During this time, Great Britain has become an independent nation to becoming a leader and main power of an empire that was being constructed. Steinheimer had made alliances with Faisafili and Garcia on September 4, 2022, but in order to finally complete his empire, he must have one more nation to officially complete his goal, which was Madras, and Alejandro Venezuela is leader of Madras. Madras is a nation that has been mostly neutral in times of war, and has a lot of resource material that everyone likes and wants, which was gold and silver. And Steinheimer knew that if he makes a deal with Madas into joining his empire, he could have enough money to last his economy and more troops to fight his enemies. Grayton wasn't the only one who wanted Madas for their resources. Tanarania, ruled by Tsar Kiev, who was recently released from prison, also wanted to make a deal with Madas in order to gain their resource to sustain their economy problem after the First Imperial War and after the deal they had made with Grayton into buying the territories that they had lost, except for Milan. On November 4th, 2022, Tsar Kiev sent a letter to Madas with a proposal, hoping that the Madayans could accept it and join their empire, which he waited for a response that never came. 10 days later, Deinheimer sent his letter to Alejandro and would receive an acceptance from Madas. The reason that Madas didn't accept Tainarea's proposal was because Tainarea offered Alejandro with military and financial support if they give them 60% of the resources, which was a lot to take from them. And if they did accept Tainarea's deal, they would lose all their resources, lose all their money, and lose all their economy. And Tainarea would be feeding off of their economy and buying on who knows what. So Alejandro knew that this was a bad idea, so he didn't agree with the deal. But when he had received Deinheimer's proposal, Deinheimer's offer to Alejandro was that he only wanted to make an alliance to strengthen not only his economy but his empire, and he needed more allies to help protect his nation and his allied nations from other enemies, since the Imperial War caused a lot of devastation in most independent nations to be conquered by powerful empires. So Alejandro agreed with Grayton's deal, and sent them a reply letter saying, "We accept your offer and we are now allies and we are part of your industrial empire." Tainarea later found out about this deal, and they saw this as a threat, which would lead to Tsar Kiev declaring war on Grayton and Madas along with Grayton's allies. Grayton's Imperial allies, Gostref Asaphilid, and now recently Madas. But they're also declaring war on Tanzania because Tanzania, in the end of the First Imperial War, has taken away their friend and old occupational country, Molat, from their grasp. So that'll be it for today's video. No, wait. Yeah, there will be an end for today's video. Tomorrow, we're going to get into the war, and the day after tomorrow, we'll get into the resolution and aftermath. See you guys next time.